I'm your host, Randy Purcell, and welcome to Unity of Vancouver. We warmly welcome all people, all faiths, and all lifestyles. Unity of Vancouver is situated on the ancestral unceded territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh speaking peoples who have lived here since time immemorial. And it is here that we work, live, and learn together. So now, please join me in our opening invocation. All together now, there is one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. Please now rise and join us in singing, I'm Choosing Heaven Today.
I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing love today. Healing. I'm choosing healing today. I'm choosing healing today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing healing today. I'm choosing grace today. I'm choosing grace today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing grace today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today.
Beautiful, Tom. A great reminder that heaven is a choice. Isn't it like we've heard about heaven our whole lives, but no one's told us heaven is a choice. And yet in the Gospel of St. Thomas, Jesus says, the kingdom of heaven is spread all over the world, but people do not see it. And maybe it's because we need to choose to see it. Oh, it's a beautiful thought. This morning as I was getting ready, I was thinking, gee, I'm the host today. I'd really like to say a prayer for those that are involved in the conflicts around the world. And then I thought, well, you know, we've got a process that we normally stick to, and I don't know, I'll think about it. And when I got here, Marion Dick, our board of directors, came up and said, here's the daily word for today, and it's world peace. World peace. Affirming the divinity of all the world's people, I envision world peace. Peace is meant for every person of every faith in every land. Today I look beyond the news of the world, reports of strife and conflict, and even the agitation and unforgiveness in my own heart, and I find the peace of God. I believe the desire for lasting peace is within each person's heart. In prayer, I affirm this truth and envision this desire growing stronger among the world's people until peace can no longer be denied. It is our shared destiny to live in peace. When each person wants for all people what they want for themselves, harmony will blanket the earth. I affirm the peace I wish for myself is dawning in the hearts of others. In prayer, I see them safe and secure in the heart of God, forever at peace. Our guest speaker today is Reverend Rhonda Segarra. Reverend Rhona has been the minister of Unity of New Westminster since her ordination in 2019. Rhona is passionate about people and relationships. Her focus is to share practical, empowering ideas that will add to the joy and peace of our lives and the lives of those around us. Rhona's mission is to fill the world with love, one moment at a time. We can't argue with that, can we? Please join me in welcoming Reverend Rhonda Segarra.
I bring greetings to you from Unity of New Westminster. And it was 5 years ago today that I enjoyed a wonderful celebration at my ordination celebration at Unity of New Westminster. And I can't believe it. Where did 5 years go? Shocking to me that time can just be, on the one hand, a blip like that, and on the other hand, when you start to think of the things that we've done in those 5 years and endured in those 5 years, it seems like a long time. There's this dissonance with time that I find. And maybe it's as I'm getting older, but it seems that that dissonance is getting more and more noticeable. Maybe it's just me. Today, I'm going to share some thoughts with you about a parable. And so before we move into that talk, and we move into the meditation before the talk, let's prepare ourselves by singing the Aramaic Lord's Prayer together.
Holy Spirit, creator of life and all, create a space inside us and fill it with your presence. Our oneness now prevails. Your one desire flows through ours, heavenly fills our forms. You give us this day our physical and spiritual nourishment. You untangle the knots of error, bind us as we also release others. We don't let appearances make us forgetful of the source. We're born free to act from our highest nature. From your presence comes the glorious harmony of life. Let those words of fertile ground from which our future grows. Amen.
Well, I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. And if it feels more comfortable for your eyes to remain open, then I invite you just to focus on a spot in front of you as you give yourself this gift of a peaceful pause. Notice your breath. Notice how you breathe in and out so seamlessly. And with every breath, allow yourself to sink deeper into the seat which is supporting you, or the couch, or the floor, or the bed. Wherever your body may be, allow it to rest. Notice that your mind thinks. And allow it to do what it does. And sink beneath it. Those busy thoughts will be there later. For now, allow your focus to drop into a deeper part of your body. A place where peace always rests. And in today's focus about peace, I share with you the contribution of peace statements from the Rosicrucian tradition. As you hear these words, allow them to fill your body, setting new intentions. I contribute to peace when I strive to express the best of myself in my contacts with others. I strive to express the best of myself in my contacts with others. I contribute to peace when I use my intelligence and my abilities to serve the good. I use my intelligence and my abilities to serve the good. I contribute to peace when I feel compassion toward all those who suffer. I feel compassion toward all those who suffer. I contribute to peace when I look upon all as my brothers and sisters, regardless of race, culture, or religion. I look upon all as my brothers and sisters, regardless of race, culture, or religion. I contribute to peace when I rejoice over the happiness of others and pray for their well-being. I rejoice over the happiness of others and pray for their well-being. I contribute to peace when I listen with tolerance to opinions that differ from mine or even oppose them. I listen with tolerance to opinions that differ from mine or even oppose them. I contribute to peace when I resort to dialogue rather than to force to settle any conflict. I resort to dialogue rather than to force to settle any conflict. I contribute to peace when I respect nature and preserve it for generations to come. I respect nature and preserve it for generations to come. I contribute to peace when I do not seek to impose my conception of God upon others. I do not seek to impose my conception of God upon others. I contribute to peace when I make peace the foundation of my ideals and philosophy. I make peace the foundation of my ideals and philosophy. And as I consider these ideas for peace, I realize that they are choices that I can make every day, in every circumstance. I envision what this country could look like, what this planet could look like, if we all embraced these ideas. And I realize that peace begins with me. In my everyday interactions with myself, with my family, with my friends. It is here that I have choice. I choose peace today and every day. And so it is.
How is your loving heart today? I will help to heal it. How deep is the pain you must bear? When I think of you, I feel it. But there is more to life than suffering. There is good and there is peace. There is more to life than sadness. In love you'll find release. Searching for hope in a world that seems so hard. But I'm with you on the journey, no matter how far. 'Cause I will always be there. And I'm sending out my love to you. How is your loving heart today? Your friends will help you hold on. With all of the love we can share, we'll stay true and we'll stay strong. And the only words we need are the ones that stay unsaid. The message in the eyes is love's embrace instead. Searching for hope in a world that seems so hard. But I'm with you on the journey, no matter how far. 'Cause I will always be there. And I'm sending out my love to you. Yes, I'm sending out my love. Searching for hope in a world that seems so hard. But I'm with you on the journey, no matter how far. 'Cause I'm gonna always be there. And I'm sending out my love to you. Yes, I am. And I will always be there. to you.
Wow. Tom Arnson. Wow. That's why they say that even when you sing the blues, it makes you feel better. Yeah, that was wonderful. Thank you. Have you ever been at a party or an event and you can see that everyone's having a good time, but about half an hour from now, things are going to go sideways? Something's going to run out. Somebody's going to go into a place that they shouldn't go. And you wonder what you should do about that. Maybe it's a person that you can sort of see things are going to go sideways. And you know that you could add something. You could add some life or some spark that might help rejuvenate the situation, give it some new life. Or maybe you know somebody, or maybe it's even yourself, who has more potential than they are living into. This often we see with our children or our grandchildren, where you know they're doing something, but they have so much potential for so much more. And you wonder what you should say or how you should approach that. Or maybe you're the person on the receiving end of somebody who comes to you and says, I see this is happening. What's your first reaction? And how has that worked for you in the past? I think you're not living up to your full potential. Normally that isn't really welcomed when we hear it. In fact, I was at a teenager's home this week, and we were sitting around and the family was having dinner and talking about her exam results. And she was so excited because she had moved her final score in math from low 50s to over 70, which meant that she had really aced the final. And so we were celebrating that she had aced the final. And then you could see the parents were about to start on the potential. You have more potential. And she said, I don't want to hear a message about my potential, please. And I laughed because it was in line with this talk that I want to share with you today. Because if you've ever been the person who's on the receiving end of there's a problem, or there's a place where you can step up, or you've been the person who is like the parent, wondering how to step in, then we can actually learn from Jesus' first miracle, the story of the wedding in Cana. You see, at this wedding, Jesus and his buddies had all been invited to the wedding, and so was his mom, Mary. And presumably it's like this big community affair, and everybody is there. And it's the first time that we really hear about Jesus since when he was a child and his parents lost him and they found him in the temple. So we haven't heard about Jesus at all until this story. And it's found in the book of John in chapter 2. And I'll read it to you. On the third day there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. Jesus and his disciples had also been invited to the wedding. when the wine gave out, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have no wine." And Jesus said to her, "Woman, what concern is that to you and to me? My hour has not yet come." His mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." Now, standing there were 6 stone water jars for the Jewish rites of purification, each holding 20 or 30 gallons. Jesus said to the servants, "Fill the jars with water." And they filled them up to the brim. He said to them, "Now draw some out and take it to the chief steward." So the servants took it. When the steward tasted the water that had become wine and did not know where it came from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew, the steward called the bridegroom and said to him, "Everyone serves the good wine first, and then the inferior wine after the guests have become drunk. But you have kept the good wine until now." Jesus did this, the first of his signs, in Cana of Galilee. Now, it may seem at first like a really sweet story. The idea that we're all at a party, mom sees that there's not enough wine, it's about, the juice is about to run out. And if wine is not a language that you want, think of it in terms of something tangy and tasty that's about to run out. And so she thinks, what can I do about this? So she goes to Jesus. And what does Jesus do? He does exactly what children have said to their mothers from time immemorial. Not my problem, not my time. And then he goes and does something. There's our lesson from 2 points of view. Mary, who steps in, says something and then steps away. And Jesus, who steps up, does something and then steps away. So I want us to look at these 2 points of view. How do we want to act when we're the person who wants to step in because we see an opportunity? We see a potential to keep the juice flowing and even more, the vitality of life. And we see it in our children, in our spouses, in our grandchildren, in our parents, in our workplaces, everywhere. We see an opportunity, and there are times when we can do something about it and times we don't. Now, there are some unsatisfying, typical human responses that we all have. First, we could decide that this is not worth the effort, that the juice is not worth the squeeze, so to speak. And we just allow this situation to unfold without any interference. There may be times when we decide that the situation is outside of our sphere of influence. And we just decide that we're going to make the best of a bad situation. We've all done that because there's nothing we can do at times. There are times when we name and blame. Very human reaction, where we would say things like, they're incompetent, they're cheap, they should have known better. Who was the person at fault? Why didn't it get done? Which are all lovely questions, but they aren't productive. They don't actually do anything to help resolve anything. We may also panic and lose our own composure when we see something is going sideways in a situation, and all we're doing then is adding to the anxious behavior or energy in the system. So notice those things and know that if you do them, you're human. But there is a more effective response, and we see it in what Mary did. She looked at the situation, assessed it, and decided that there was something that she could do. So she stepped in. And she went to Jesus, the person who she thought could do something about it, and she told him about the situation. Now notice, there was no real request. She just made the observation. Notice also, and this is the part that's so hard for me, is that she didn't insist on an answer right away. She told him, she stepped in, she assessed, stepped in, told him what happened. His response wasn't exactly what I would consider warm and fuzzy. He didn't jump in and say, yeah, let's go fix this. But it didn't matter to Mary. She trusted enough to pave the way for success in case Jesus changed his mind. She went to the servants and she said, whatever he says, you do that. And then, oh my God, then Mary's wisdom is she stepped away. She didn't go back to Jesus as I would do, like, did you make a decision yet? Are you going to do it? Can you fix it? How can I help? What can I do to make this easier for you? Bah, 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 bah. What she did was step in, pave the way for success, and step away. She knew where she had influence and where it was no longer her responsibility. She knew where she ended and Jesus began. And then we see Jesus. So now that's Mary. When you want to step in, assess, step in, pave the way for success, and then step away. Trust the other person to make their decision, painful as that might feel. Then we see Jesus, the person who is offered this gem of opportunity. And the first thing we see is that Mary feels safe enough to go to him. So obviously they had a pretty nice relationship. And we see that he is willing to hear her, and he does exactly what we should all expect for ourselves when someone is giving us some opportunity that we feel we're not ready for. He says, not my problem. The difference is, after that first reaction, he thought about it. He remained open to the idea. He considered whether there was something he could do. And then he decided to step up. Now, in that not my problem, not my time, we have lessons. Because there are times when it isn't genuinely something that is ours to do, fair enough. But often, it's because we feel like we're not ready. And what Jesus said, which was so honest, is my time is not yet come. Well, if anyone has ever had a child and expected it to be, when the mortgage is paid for and blah, 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 and the student loans are done, there's no such thing as a perfect time. This was Jesus' first miracle. And I wonder how long we might have waited to see him and his ministry if it wasn't for Mom tapping on his shoulder saying, hey, we got a problem here. I think you could fix it. And his first reaction is, it's not ready. I'm not ready. And he considered the wisdom of his mother and decided, I'm going to do it anyway. That's the lesson from Jesus, to step up anyway. Expect the discomfort of, I'm not ready, I'm not worthy. And do it anyway, which is the next thing we see him do, which is act decisively. He then went to the servants and told them exactly what they needed to do. He knew all along what needed to happen. Think of the places in your life where you know what needs to happen. And you're thinking to yourself, well, it's not the right time. I'm going to write a book that I've always dreamed of sometime. I was going to be a minister sometime. There are things that we have that are our potential that sometimes remains untapped for a time in the future. There is no perfect time. Step in. Step up. Commit. And then we see the next gem from Jesus. And that is that when the steward realized that the wine was wonderful and juicy and so flavorful, he went to the bridegroom and he said, way to go. Now, if it were me who saved the party, I might be tempted to do it wasn't really me. It was, I didn't do that much. Or I might do the other way, which is actually it was me. I did it. But Jesus didn't do that either. He allowed the bridegroom to enjoy the accolades from the steward. And he never said, actually, it was me. There's a humility in there. A generosity of spirit, that a recognition that when we step in and do something that adds to the juice of the party, there is no accolade, no congratulation needed. We just enjoy the party. Where in your life might there be some juiciness that you don't feel ready for, that is longing to come out and be part of your party? I think of the untold scientists, artists, musicians, writers who have never stepped up because they were waiting for the right time. Let that not be you. So, summary for you. When you see a situation or a person, including yourself, for whom the juice is starting to run out, then assess and step in. Do what you can to pave the way for success. And then step away and trust that the process will unfold. And if you are the person who is longing to step up but doesn't feel quite ready, then expect that discomfort, and step up anyway. Act with intention and decisiveness, and step away. We're all in this party together, and each one of us is our own individual party that's adding to it, to the party of life. Add more zest to your life. Step in, step up, and enjoy the squeeze. I bless you.
I'm grateful to be alive and well, and riding trikes gives me joy. Same with surfing in the ocean swells, or playing piano with a baby boy, 'cause I'm riding high and I appreciate all that I've been given by the one who creates. And yes, I'm riding high. My family joy is living with both feet on the ground. I'm riding high. I'm thankful for family, friends, and fun, and making music with marvelous mates. I'm grateful for the love of my chosen one, and chewing on the choicest chow out on a date. 'Cause I'm riding high and I appreciate all that I've been given by the one who creates. Yeah, I'm riding high. My family joy is living with both feet on the ground. I'm riding high. In the time that we're alive, we're gonna dance. We just get one go round, one glorious chance. So let's laugh, let's play like this This is our last day, and we will touch the sky. See how we fly. Yeah, we'll touch the sky. 'Cause you and I, we're riding high. Yeah. Oh, woo. Been given by the one who creates. Hey, yeah, I'm riding high. Woo! My family joy is living with both feet on the ground. I'm riding high with both feet on the ground. I'm riding high with both feet on the ground. Oh, I'm on the ground. Yeah, I'm glad to be on the ground, and I'm riding high. Well, I'm riding high. I'm riding high, 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 high. Oh, I'm riding high. Hey, oh, 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 oh. Woo.
Woo! That was amazing. Wow. Tom, the things you do with that piano, man, most of us can only dream. You are amazing. You are amazing. Thank you so much, Rhona, for that fabulous talk. I was thinking yesterday, and I was just thinking about, things that could be set up here. And I thought, our success at Unity, we really measure it by your happiness and your success. And we just want you to know that. The group of senior volunteers, the board members, we want nothing more than for your life to be all that it possibly can be. And I just wanted to say that. To donate online, simply click the donate link in your chat window, which will allow you to give via all major credit cards, and you can also give via e-transfer, which can be addressed to donations@unityofvancouver.org. Once again, if you're on Zoom or YouTube, you will find a donate link in your chat window. Now, Unity is pleased to announce that we will be hosting a rare Canadian appearance of New Thought musical legend Daniel Namad. Daniel is an amazing individual. His music has been featured on Saturday Night Live, The Voice, American Idol, the Super Bowl, and the Today Show. In short, this is going to be an incredible, uplifting concert you don't want to miss. You already know many of his songs because we sing them here on Sundays. He's young for such notoriety within the church. Like really, I guess he must be getting into his late 40s, early 50s. But man, his music is played in every Unity, every CSL, and blew my mind to learn. Places like Saturday Night Live and the Super Bowl have taken some of his songs. I'd like to even know which ones. But anyways, also, so tickets for this concert, it's going to be right here, Friday, July the 26th at 7:30 p.m., and it's going to be a wonderful event. And I know he really does an amazing live show. You can get tickets at unityofvancouver.org. Also, a quick reminder to get your tickets for the Beatles Then and Now concert, which is, I think it's fair to say, the band leader is Tom Arnson, our own Tom Arnson, And as those of you who've been to previous Beatles nights know, it is a rockin' show, and it is amazing how much they sound exactly like the Beatles. Incredible musicians. And Then and Now refers to the fact that they're doing, of course, all the Beatles classic hits, but they're also going to do some of the solo work that the various Beatle members did when they left the Beatles. And I almost saw your hands going to the keyboard. Were you going to play something? No? Okay. Okay. So this is going to be an amazing tribute with almost 2 hours of live Beatle music played to perfection. And as a bonus, as I said, you'll get a lot of the solo hits as well. That's Friday, July the 29th at 7:30. 19th. Where did I get that? I'm sorry. Yeah, you're correct. So the concert will be on Friday, July the 19th at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are just $25. It can be purchased at unityofvancouver.org as well. And finally, don't forget, you can deepen your spiritual practice during the week with our A Course in Miracles study group, which takes place live on Tuesdays from 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. The Course in Miracles will be holding some of the summer classes at Quilchena Park, weather prevailing, of course, or permitting. Be sure to check our website for the location each week. The group will be meeting there on Tuesday, July the 2nd. That's first day after the holiday. So please dress for the weather if it's a little cool. And of course, probably going to be the other way around, might be warm. And you can find information on all of our upcoming events on the bulletin board in the lobby, so please check it out. Today's affirmative prayer chaplains are Jeannie Bell Irving, Melba Burns, Marilyn Norrie, and on Zoom, Carolyn Conlon. To have a confidential prayer with one of our chaplains, simply come up to the front after all the music is finished, and they will be here in the front row. And until then, would love to support you in prayer. And if you're watching on Zoom, I'll show you how to participate as soon as we finish the peace song. Join us downstairs after the service today for coffee, tea, and conversation. And now, as we bring our gathering to a close, please stand and join us as together we say our prayer for protection. All together now, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.